Welcome back to Viking Football with Bruce Barnum. 2018 edition. The Vikings are underway playing football, and some changes this year, Coach, one of which is we have the smallest microphone in America that we're working with today. But the Vikings started their season at Nevada, took a loss down there last Friday night. The Vikings playing the Oregon Ducks this Saturday in Eugene, and it's a tough time of the season because you got to play up against those FBS opponents. And the challenge is great for the players. It's probably as great or greater for the coaches to figure it all out.
It is. You know, we're going to come up with a game plan no matter who we're playing, Mike, to put the guys in a position to win. But it's unique. You know, money games, we've already won if you look at it. You know, this game we're going to make over $500,000, and that's that part of it. That's part of college football. But our kids love competing as well. You know, Oregon's they'll be playing for the college playoffs. They're student athletes. They're the elite in the country. You know, you've got Justin Herbert on the offense. You have number 7, I don't know their names, and number 11 on defense who could play on any team in the country. They're free safety and one of their outside linebackers. So, but we get to go compete against those. Our kids, they enjoy that. They enjoy it. So looking forward to this trip.
All right, we'll talk a little bit about Oregon in just 1 minute. First, let's review Nevada, a game that started really well for the Vikings on both sides of the football. And then you find out in those tough games, just a play or two dramatically changes momentum, and that was kind of tough for the Vikings to overcome.
It did. You know, early I liked our start. I liked our first half. We made some mistakes. We had one critical, you know, that did change momentum, and then we make a mistake and go the wrong way on a 4th and 1 down at the goal line, and we didn't come out of that. But I found out some things about the Vikes. You know, when we play fast, we're pretty good. You know, and that game was kind of a who are we? Coaches, from the coaches' standpoint, because we have a lot of new faces out there. They're talented, but it was their first college football game, first Division I football game. So a lot of evaluation. You know, you make your biggest improvements after your first or second game. So we learned a lot. We're going to put them in the right spot and make sure we're playing fast, because when we play fast, we're pretty good.
And I think I pointed out to you yesterday in the office, of the 55 players who got on the field, 29 were freshmen or sophomores, probably more freshmen and sophomores playing prime minutes and plays than you might want, but that's just kind of where we're at right now.
It is, but you know, these first 3 games, we need to get rid of those big eyes. They just played a very fast opponent. They're going to play the fastest of the season for us this Saturday. Then the game will slow down when we get to our next game and into the FCS, into the Big Sky. So that part of this will pay off.
I'm going to single out one player, and I think anybody that followed the game knows who this is going to be, and that's Charlie Taumapea. Caught two long touchdown passes, a 48-yarder and a 75-yarder. Lived up to that preseason All-America hype. And I think the thing that I really was impressed by, number 1, he broke tackles on both receptions, and on the second one, he outran a defensive backfield at the FBS level. Talk a little bit about Charlie and what he did.
Charlie's fun to watch. You know, Charlie's one of our guys that you get him the football, and he's going to get yards after the catch. He's going to make things happen, and we know that. Our key is finding the other guys. You know, that's why we won't be throwing the ball just to Charlie. We have to have a complement out there. And there's some youth that did well in that game, but Chuck, he's a feature player, obviously, on our football team and on offense, so hoping for even more out of him the rest of the season.
All right, now let's talk about Oregon, and the trademark of this Oregon program for years and years is outstanding skilled players, and they've certainly got them this year. You've already alluded to Justin Herbert. I know Coach Sadat's got his hands full getting ready for that offensive attack, and where do you start there? How do you evaluate that? How do you find a way to slow those guys down a bit?
That's the trick. Everybody's going to be asking that because Oregon has a lot of team speed. And it's a situation of keep them in front of you and, tackle them and don't let them score right away to try to make the game longer, try to have them make a mistake. So between, maybe throwing some different looks at Herbert and again, on defense, I honestly think they're talking about the wrong side of the ball. And I wish I knew their names, but number 7 and 11 over there on the defensive side, they're going to have a hell of a season for Oregon this year.
And I think, another thing that you've alluded to is the more plays you make a team run, the more chances they might make a mistake. So really, you want to try to keep Oregon out of that big play. I know they had several big plays against Bowling Green, but really make them earn everything they get. They're going to move it down the field. They're going to score some points, and that's got to be the emphasis.
They are. They're big. They're fast. A very talented group. But yeah, the longer that you can make the field for them with the special teams and just playing that game, and then hopefully slowing them down, and making them earn it. Put together a 12, 15 play drive instead of a 1 or 2. So if we can do that, and maybe some mix-ups on offense, who knows? You have to play the football game. I'm sure they're overlooking us after they watched last week's film, but we have some talent here, and we're looking forward to going down there and competing.
All right, well, the Vikings are going to be in it for the long haul. Some tough games to open this season. We'll see what they can do at Oregon. Portland State plays the University of Oregon this Saturday, Autzen Stadium, 11 a.m. The game is televised on the Pac-12 network, and you can listen to it on Rip City Radio, 620 a.m. here in Portland. For all your Viking football news, go to govikes.com.